You're invited to a private strategy session held during the National Convention in Dallas in June of 2003. Among those present are Jerome Scott, NSD, and currently a $191,000 a year residual income earner. Among the team members was Lorraine Brown Watkins and her husband Kenny. Lorraine made NSD in only 149 days. John Harley, an NSD, a seasoned veteran and master strategist, was also present. Let's listen.
Like where the company is going, like focusing on quality more so than quantity. So like sometimes we confuse being busy and active with being productive. Right. So the program we have is second to none. We have all the tools we need to attract the right kind of people. In fact, after you get all this information tomorrow and everything, it's just, I mean, even right now, there's no company of this kind that will pay the lease on over 40 offices across the country, support hotel meetings, and then turn around and build a $28 million facility. And you can see the Star Trek state of the art and everything. So this company is setting the foundation for major stuff. So all we got to do is attract the right kind of people that can appreciate what we got. So if you let them know, look, this is a company, this is their new corporate facility. We were talking about it yesterday. A lot of companies there get a suite in a large building and put their name up there someplace, and people kind of get confused thinking that's the American that owns that whole building, 108,000 square foot of it. That takes some know-how, and it takes good business smarts.
And they laid it out to go right to $1 billion. I mean, you can see it. They just opened the door to that $1 billion.
So, therefore, if we're brilliant and know what we got, and we're wasting our time talking to people that can't appreciate it, that's destroying our time too. It destroys our ego, and you start to question yourself sometimes. But see, what you got to keep in mind, there are a lot of people that's real smart that's going to act jive too. But when you finally get someone that really catches the vision, you want it to be someone that has a center of influence that can go out and get other people like that. So therefore, our time becomes very, very valuable. So you want to, it's dangerous, but you want to, in a sense, pre-qualify people as well. Because the people that's going to make it don't necessarily have to be real smart. You know what, you need somebody that's really hungry and willing to go do the work more, and I want more, but they're not really willing to do it. But there are some people out there, like ourselves in here, that if you show me the opportunity, I don't mind working hard. Those are the kind of people that you want. And so Ameriplan just, it has everything about it that appeals to high quality type people with a center of influence.
Where Jerome's check is at and everybody else's check is at, is based on the amount of people that you have, and it's a numbers game. Okay? And all you're looking for is some people just like yourself who's going to take off and just run with it. And we're still going to have some duds. He still has some duds in his, am I right? You still have some
we
duds.
have a name for them. We call them $10.50 a month. $10 but they keep paying and they're scared to drop out. Okay?
And those are not the people that you're going to make the big money on. But a major thing that I know that's happening as part of our organization is that people are not putting anything in the bucket. Once you get RSD, you got to have members going in there and brokers going in there to get paid. We need to put a lot of brochures on those display things all over the place. We must have in like 20 locations that we have those brochures, and we get constant. Jerome, you can see our MR. Our MR is close to $10,000 right now, and it goes up every single month because we constantly have members. Are we looking for them? No, they send stuff in. And that's what each of our, and we got to lead by example. You got to do it, and then when you're doing it, and you're going to be getting memberships, you might not sign up no brokers, but you get some checks. We just got to have people keep getting checks. I don't care how much it is, a $30 check, a $20 check, 60% brochure, somebody signs up. They just got to be doing it, because if they're not building a business with the broker standpoint, they could be building a business with the member standpoint. And Jeffrey and these guys is living example, just as they went out for groups. Okay? And we don't want everybody to think about groups. I'm talking about onesies and twosies. A member here, a broker, because we're so busy looking for brokers that we miss out on members. People call me all the time for network marketing companies, and I tell them, look, the product sounds good. Send me some information because I would like to use the product. And guess what? They never send me the product because they're so busy looking for a broker. And that's what we do too, is looking for brokers, that we skip over members. And your best brokers will end up being your best members. They came in as a member, they used the product, they told somebody else. And I have a lady right now today, she's so mad because she don't want to tell any of her members anymore about being a broker. She feel like she's losing money when they upgrade and she don't get the 100 or the 200, RSD the regular commission, but the key is we've got to go after both. If you're in a canoe and you're only using one oar, you're going to go around in circles. But if you use both of them, you're going to go straight ahead. And I have to really confess, okay?
You use
For
one oar?
2.5 years, I was not really working the business.
In other words,
I was
you use
showing
one
up at
oar?
the meetings, I was not recruiting, okay, I was taking care of my grandparents, so, but our income still jumped from 50 to 90 something, okay? But still, and wherever we at, we gotta blame ourselves, not the company. Okay, and the same way, like I told all of you all that's part of our group there in New York, don't kick yourself. It's not you, it's the people. There are people out there waiting for us to talk to them. We just don't know who they are yet. Okay,
but the
we just
market's
don't know
perfect.
who they are yet, but we just got to keep going through the numbers.
The
Like
market-
y'all bring members all the time, prospects all the time to the meeting. We just keep filtering through and believe it. Somebody's going to come in and they're going to take off just like how y'all took off. And you don't even have to call them. They're going to be calling you. And if we don't see these people once a week, either at a Saturday training or a Tuesday meeting, there's danger. If somebody's serious, you've got to see them once a week. Because you can see when something is critically wrong. I can tell you on the phone I'm doing bad. I'm doing good. But if you see me, you can look and say, oh, Lorraine is not doing that good, if I'm your broker. Because I'm not going to be that excited anymore and all that. That's why we've got to see them. If a person coming in, they're very serious. The criteria is that we got to see them once a week. You've got to see them once a week, eyeball to eyeball. Either a Saturday training or a Tuesday night meeting or whatever meeting night that you have meetings. Because if we're not, and just check your organization. If you don't see those people, the ones you're not seeing every week, you don't know what they're doing. Because after that first week you don't see them, then the next week something else comes up, and before you know it, we're not seeing them anymore.
All they see is you, they hear you, want to know your achievements, and the closer they are to you, the less they're going to believe in you. You understand? Here's the thing. Tell you what, take for instance myself, and I've done this. You know one thing? You know, I'm within a group of people, you know, and we've been together for 5 years, so we're almost like a corporation. And the thing is, you know, you'd be a perfect candidate for, you know, our team. The thing is that I would like you to talk to some of my business partners. Now, I didn't say upline, I didn't say downline, I said some of my business partners. Let me tell you a little bit about Jerome Scott. All the way down into Florida, right now, they're sitting in this room. Right now, this is it. And everybody in here, as Lorraine and Jerome has attested, they all leaders. We've been in it. We've been in the game all that. There's nobody in here new. And the thing is, all we have to do is say, take this talent and bump it up, as Lorraine says, be choice, you know, picking the person you beat and plan a strategy around them so that we can effectively talk to them together. You need a banker? Call Judy. You need somebody to speak Spanish? There's Mercedes. And you know, you need somebody to know something about dealing with memberships and dealing with just members and going into hospitals and whatnot. Jeffrey, they do hospitals and stuff like that.
On our, you know, we might have been working, but not working with the right people. We're not attracting the right people. So, you know, my whole thing is I don't want anybody to beat themselves up because of where
Right.
the lack of where you're at. Because we all are awesome, okay? But we need to sponsor people like us and better. But what we're doing, we're sponsoring people below our level. So we got to reach down and try to get them up to where we thinking, and they don't even have no checking account, credit card. If a business person come in, boom, they're going to come in at $295 or $495 with no problem. Okay? I'll take a $95 serious person, but if they're not going to do anything, I prefer for them not to come in. Remember I said this when we went to the past, I said, look, if they're not going to work the business, let's not take their money anymore.
Right.
Because it's, what good is it? You take their money, and then next week, you get a chargeback.
Right.
You know, so we need to not be desperate anymore because we're above that.
Absolutely.
Okay, all of us are above that. Okay, we look good, we speak good, we know what's going on, we know how to articulate, but we're not attracting the other people. And then it becomes frustrating when you start working the business and they're not growing, and then you blame yourself. God, I'm not national. You know, I'm not where I need to be, and I'm not RSD. I'm not. It's not you. It's the people.
Right.
You know, and they taking advantage of us because we shouldn't even be talking to them. We should be signing them up as a member.